I need to start recording at the beginning again, just so we can get these great moments.
Seriously, we have so many great ones.
No, I don't
Why,
know
why did I
why,
feel
but
like my bottom lip was like, okay, let's do it. I love it.
okay, ready?
We got this. Yes. Okay. Karma clap.
And welcome back to Gorgeous Pandemonium. I'm Gabrielle.
And I'm Charyssa. We're so excited that you're here with us for another episode where we hop into the big things, the little things, and all the gorgeous chaos in between.
So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's get into it. We're in episode
Episode
20,
30,
right?
right?
30. We're in
Yeah. Yeah,
episode
because I remember last
30.
time we did the Schmidt 29.
Oh, we did. We did.
Yeah.
Okay. I love it.
We're in our 30s.
Made it to our 30s, baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
All
so
right.
before we
Word
get
of the day.
started, word of the day.
Or week. Wow.
Oh yeah, it's our wow, like 303.
Oh my god, yes.
My
Man.
first kiss went a little
Little
like
like
this,
this.
and twist and twist.
That's funny. I've been doing some data things at work and tracking like week over week and month over month, which is WOW and MOM. So I've been talking a lot about WOWs.
Okay,
The acronyms at workplaces are so funny.
there's something. Okay, we have 13 cards. Pick one.
Like pick a number.
Between 1 and 13.
12.
Oh, top or bottom?
Let's go bottom.
Yeah. Are you ready for this? Lollygag.
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 It.
It is a verb. It is to mess around while wasting time, often by moving incredibly slow on purpose. Also
Man.
known as dilly-dally, dawdle, lag, or fritter. See also bedtime.
Time.
Bedtime.
I think of like the donuts, like apple fritters.
Yeah.
All right, enough lollygagging. Let's hop into this.
Ayo!
I'm gonna try to use it twice.
Okay.
That's my goal. It's me. I'm sorry. I'm like, come on.
Calling me out for lollygagging, and here we are.
Okay. So today we are so excited. We are going to be talking about Yule. We're
Yule.
excited. So we are going to start with we're going to start with the history and meaning of Yule. If you don't know, Yule is on the 21st of December, correct me if I'm wrong, to the 1st of January, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the winter solstice, and the winter solstice is the 21st. But some people recognize it all the way through the end of January or the beginning of January.
Okay. So it depends.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we're going to hop into the history. Yule is one of the oldest winter celebrations in the world. Long before Christmas trees, gift wrapped, and holiday sales, humans were gathering around firelight to honor the winter solstice. Yule marks the longest night of the year and the moment the light begins to return. It's the turning of the wheel, a reminder that even in our darkest seasons, the sun always finds its way back. Ancient pagans celebrated Yule by lighting candles, burning the Yule log, bringing evergreens inside to represent eternal life, and holding feasts to call warmth into the coldest nights. Every symbol has a purpose. The Yule log protects the household and invites abundance. Evergreen boughs represent resilience. Holly and ivy symbolize balance between masculine and feminine energies. Candles and fire represent the rebirth of the sun.
So traditionally, Yule wasn't about perfection. It was about survival, community, hope, and people leaned on each other, shared food, told stories, honored their ancestors, and used these days to rest and renew. It was a spiritual, but also deeply practical, stay warm, stay connected, and stay hopeful until the light returns time. Today, witches, pagans, and anyone who loves cozy magic still honors these traditions in modern ways, which is really cool because we do from candle magic and simmer pots to winter feasts and altars, self-reflection, and intentionally slowing down. Yule is both ancient and so personal. It's history that you can actually feel, the kind that like sits in your chest like a warm ember. So, in this beautiful episode, we are honoring Yule in two parts: the cozy, chaotic real life warmth of Yule, and the deeper, witchy, heart centered magic of the birth and renewal. Because Yule is not just a holiday, it's a reminder that no matter how dark life gets, the light always returns.
Love it. All right, well,
Hmm.
I'm gonna start us off with the cozy chaos
Yeah.
dual ritual and real life.
Hell yeah.
So, the first thing I want to start off with is first off, intentions. Like your intentions with all of this is it is so important. I think one of the things that I love so much that I'm finding out just more and more about being a part of the witchy community and taking part of these traditions and different rituals and all the things is it's not like this by the book thing you have to do it exactly or include all of these things, right? It's literally what is your intention behind what you're doing and using whatever ingredients or tools or I mean again even just like your mind's intention um that you have to help you move forward in these things. So the first thing that I am going to speak to in here is Yule for the overwhelmed witch, celebrating when you have kids, a partner, a scattered brain, and zero clean spoons, which unfortunately happens quite often in my household. I would say one of the biggest things with really, I think, any tradition or any things that you're doing, especially for those that have kids, is involve your kids where you can. Like, they really do love to be involved in different things, and especially, like, with these things, if there are traditions that you are doing, why not involve them and help them be a part of it? It's definitely something that is a little bit newer in my house, so my kids are super excited to be a part of all of these things, and, I mean, again, it doesn't have to be big, crazy things, which I'll kinda dive into. Keeping in mind, I mean, again, saying, right, like, you have this, you have that, you have, especially if you have kids, probably a messy home, and you've got, all of these things going on. The goal with Yule is to nurture yourself and not to be busy. Personally, that is something I have to be so intentional and mindful about because I am so busy. I constantly have to-do lists in my mind going, if I don't have them written down, which I have them written down everywhere, but I also have them like reeling in my mind all the time. Um, so just being so intentional of nurturing yourself and your space. And one of the ways that you can do that is decluttering, but I want to say, depending upon where you're at with it and how you're able to like limit or manage yourself with that, I guess. Like if it was up to me, I would declutter my entire house. And as much as like the end result of that is calming, the process is not always calming. So with this, I would say if you do have intentions to declutter, choose one space and try to make it a smaller space or like because also being in a cluttered space can clutter our mind. So that is also why it's part of like the taking care of yourself, right? Is taking care of your space because your space reflects your mind. So if you can take some time to declutter a space so that you can feel more at peace there. If not, find another space in your home that isn't, or maybe leave your home and go somewhere else, somewhere that you can feel at peace and not have to stare, at the pile of dishes in your sink that's stressing you out. There's also some simple sensory comforts that you can do. You can have a warm cup of tea with spices or different flavors. And not everybody is necessarily a tea person, but I mean, just something that brings you comfort, right? If you like warm apple cider or hot chocolate, or even if you want a cold drink, but I guess to me, I feel comforting is warm. But you can also listen to calming music, go be in nature. Nature is such a beautiful place to help yourself feel calm. And I have a thought, but I'm going to talk on that in a little bit. And also cozy blankets. I'm wearing a cozy blanket right now for those of you that can't see us. I literally thought like as I grabbed this, I was like, what a perfect episode for me to be like wrapped up in a blanket. Love it. Taking care of my needs. My, cold, just want to be bundled up. needs. I've also got some mini mom rituals that I would like to share with y'all. Some different things that you can do is, oh, shoot, sorry, I want to back up a little bit. Another thing that I have under like simple ways to celebrate this when you're overwhelmed or have a bunch of things is connecting in simple ways. And again, keeping in mind with all of these things, it's really the intention behind it. Simple ways that you can connect in a warm way is sharing a meal with someone, whether that's a meal that you cook, that you come together, even a meal that you buy or you order out, the intention behind the meal and the time that you're sharing together. Food regularly brings people together, right? Giving a thoughtful gift. I think this is so important because there a big thing with this time of year and season, like it's so great to give, but I think that a lot of people have like lost the real meaning behind giving. Like we're not just giving to give. I'm not just going out and buying presents because I have friends and family, right? Like again, your intention, your gifts should be intentional. And with that being said, first off, you don't have to give gifts, but if you want to give gifts, they should be intentional and not just like, okay, I have this list of people. I'm going to go to the store and find something that I think they might like. Like you can, even like if you see something earlier in the year and it just like makes you, you just feel like, oh man, I know that Gabby would love this and she needs this. Or she said, she wants something like this or whatever. It can also be making something like intentionally making something for someone. Wait, and it doesn't have to be like it could be food, right? Like it doesn't have to be something that can be hung up or displayed or last forever. It can also be giving your time because our time is precious and giving that to people, especially like quality time, or offering, to help them with things that they need. I was reading up on a couple different things when like writing down my talking points for this, and I saw something that was just like so cute about being like super intentional that I want to share. I was reading this whole big post on how people are intentional with their gift giving, and someone specifically said, and maybe this like, I don't know, called out to me because I have said this. One of their friends was like, "Oh, I'm going to start a garden." And they just like haven't. And they've just like they've said it for like months or years or whatever and they're just like, "I want to do it." So the intentional gift that they got them was seeds and offering their time to help them get it started. And I thought that was so cute because it's like there's so many times that there's things that we want to do, but it's also like I mean like for me with wanting to start like growing vegetables specifically, I gotta find the time. I gotta research it because I've never done this before, so I've got to research it and like there's so much that goes into it, right? And as I said earlier, I have constant to-do lists just doing all the things, keeping myself so busy all the time. Um, so just a challenge to be intentional. If you're going to be giving gifts, just make sure that there's something that is like meaningful and useful to the person.
Can I cut in for a quick second?
Yes.
Okay. So with that, that sparked something in me, a conversation I had with my sister today
Okay.
because we were talking about the holidays and how I'm like, so I am the type of person that if someone offers like, "Do you want this?" I will say no, even if I do, because that's what you're supposed to do, right?
Mhm.
So I was telling her, like, I was like, I don't like, I am worried, not worried, because that's a crappy word, but like, I don't want to have to go through another like holiday and like be the only one doing anything for everyone else, if that makes sense. Because
Mhm.
keep in mind, this is mine and boyfriend's first year together, and so we don't know how each other really does holidays.
Mhm.
And I was talking to her about it, and I was like, and apparently he and I had already talked about doing stockings for each other. I don't remember ever talking about doing stockings for each other.
Cute.
So I'm like, so I'm telling my sister, I was like I've already got like stuff for his stocking, and I don't want to have to fill my own stocking.
Mhm.
But I'm not going to tell him that. Apparently, I
Yeah.
already did, but I didn't realize that. But like, I was like, I don't want to have to do this. But yeah, no. Hold on. What were we just talking about? Gifts?
Being intentional with gifts.
Being intentional with gifts. Okay, sorry. So I feel guilty because I am very picky. Like, I will love whatever anyone gives me, but I am very picky. And so it's like, if you're going to be ballsy enough to buy someone a gift, make sure it's the right thing. Like for me, I am the type of person where it's like I would much rather someone give me money to buy what I want so I know I'm getting the right one
Mhm.
rather than you said you wanted a flower pot. Here's one. And for me to be like, thank you.
Yeah.
Why does it have a ball sack on it? I don't know. But like, so you know what I mean though? Like just something that's
It's an
like super
upside down heart. What are you talking about?
like, why is there hair on it then? Like just be like not just don't just be mindful about what it is. Okay, so my whole point of this was not to talk about ball sacks or anything like that.
Oh, good.
It was like, so we're talking today and being intentional with your gifts. I love how you didn't just say like gifts, but you also said giving time
Mhm.
because like it's goes back to love languages and people needing to feel seen, especially this time of year and understood and stuff like that. So like for me, like I feel like I'm really easy because gifts are my love language. And I was talking to my sister about this today because I was like, I feel so shallow because that is such a big one for me. Like receiving gifts is very big for me. Giving gifts is really big for me. And she sat there and she reminded me for like 20 minutes, like, this is not, there's nothing wrong with that because we grew up where gift receiving was reassurance of love
Mhm.
because that's how our parents showed love a lot of the time was just with gifts. It wasn't as much time, it was
Mhm.
just gifts, it was just things. So that is what we correlate, that is what feels safe to us as love. So it's like if I'm not being spoiled, which and not even necessarily spoiled, but if
Mhm.
it's not like intentional, I don't feel it. I don't feel like I'm seen as worth it anymore. My self-esteem, or not self-esteem, but like my self-worth like starts to drop a little in whatever relationship it is. Like, and it doesn't even have to be like big things. It's flowers, it's an ice cream. Like, it's just like being at the store and being like, candy bar, it's her favorite.
Mhm.
Like, just the thinking of me. And so you got me something?
And those, like, out of these seasons too are even
Mm-hmm.
more because it's like everyone's, getting gifts for everyone right now. But if it's like
Mm-hmm.
randomly in March where there's not really anything big and someone comes to
Yeah.
you with something, and it's like, I just thought of you and wanted to give you this. Like, oh my God, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Me
Well, and
too.
with what you said too about like if you're gonna give someone something, like I definitely understand if there's like a lot of intention put into it and you give it to them and it may not be like exactly what they were wanting. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there can be feelings with that. But I think obviously like the biggest intention is that it's something, well, one of the intentions is that it's something that is useful ultimately to that person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you wouldn't, you know, have a friend who is, like, deathly allergic to nuts and make them cookies with nuts in them that they can't eat and be like, "Well, I mean, I got you something, I made you something."
Exactly.
But, like, they
Exactly.
can't eat them. So that's like, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like there's so many people who not so many people, but there are definitely people who, again, like, we're just buying gifts to buy gifts and are,
Uh-huh.
like, so offended if you don't like it or whatever. But it's also like I feel like sometimes it's more so those that there wasn't the intention behind that you're like, "Yeah, this I never asked for this or said I wanted this or this
Mhm.
isn't what I wanted." And so, like, whether I guess there's intention or not, include a gift receipt if you bought it. If you made it, obviously that's a different story. But if you bought it, the intention is for them to utilize it or like it or, not just throw it in a corner or
Mhm.
something. So give gift receipts too, intentionally.
Yes. Intentionally give gift receipts and don't take it personally.
Yes. I would so much rather return something that I got you and use that money to get you something that you wanted than to see
Mhm.
you not utilize what I gave you. Like, that's
Exactly.
just a waste.
Yeah. And it's like, keep in mind, the gift you're giving isn't about you. It's about the person who you're giving it to.
100%.
So if
Yes.
they want to return it, let them.
Hmm.
It's fine. Sorry.
People are so
I'll let you
weird
get
about
back
that
to your
sometimes.
stuff
Yeah.
now.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. Um, okay, moving on to mini mom rituals. Something that I really love doing with my kids, really for any holiday or, I mean, time of year, is making crafts. I think really mainly all kids are pretty into making things and like being creative, right? But mine specifically, like love. I have one that loves baking and I have one that loves painting. And so doing things specifically like that, because again, that's being intentional with the time that I'm spending with them. But also if you are at a point where you want to make gifts for people, or maybe that's what you can afford to do, which is totally fine. Because again, even though there's so much pressure, I feel like, put on getting everyone and their dog in your life a gift, we don't have to. Like, if that's not something that is supporting your financial goals right now, that is okay. But if there are people, obviously, that you do want to give something to, again, there's other things. So, and I think it's so fun too for kids, like to make things and give it to people. Kids are just so pure and um like I don't know, their happiness is so cute. Um for example, my youngest likes to paint and draw all day long, every day. My door right here is literally just covered in portraits of people in our life. I've got sticky notes around here, which are like literally everywhere.
I'm somewhere on that door.
Yes, you are. And we love to give these drawings to people, and we've given some to my mom specifically, and my mom has hung them up on her wall. And whenever we go there and those are seen, just like lit up, so happy, like, oh my gosh, I made that and it's being displayed. And it's just like, it's so cute. And, who doesn't like stuff made from kids? Not everybody, but
I still have the flower bouquet in my car. It goes with me
really?
everywhere.
I love that. Oh, see? Oh, so cute. I love it. Some other things that you can do that are also, these are like just simple things. So I guess another call out with crafts, you don't have to go to like one of the fancy craft stores and buy all these things to do crafts. I mean, even like if you don't have anything, literally the dollar store, dude. Let me tell you, you know this. I am obsessed with the dollar store. But also like if you have some old noodles, kids can paint them and make necklaces out of them. If you have some old conditioner, you can make like moon dough out of it, and like literally anything you have, especially like kids, if you just just hand them some random things in your house, and I guarantee you they'll make something. It's so fun to see their creativity. Not that that needs to be a gift, but like to do crafts with them and just spend time with them. I can't tell what your face is.
Okay, so he- no kids here, right?
Hmm.
Like, I think everyone knows that I don't have kids of my own. I'm sorry, but like, shaving cream and food coloring is so fun as an adult. You don't have to have kids to do stuff like this. Make it a kid
That's
night.
true.
Make it a kid night. Do it
Do it for
instead of
your
like
inner child.
do it for your inner child and do it with your friends and do that instead of a gift exchange.
That's so true. That's so fun. Like
Or like
really
what
do
we're
stuff to
doing.
bring your inner child out.
Yeah. Or like something like what we're doing. I don't know if you're going to talk about this later. I apologize.
I'm not.
Jumping again. So where you had sent to the group chat, like we're thinking about doing like just bringing things that we have around the house that we're no longer like using or utilizing to see
Uh-huh.
if anyone else in our group needs it, or we'll just donate it at the end.
Uh-huh.
Like do something like that. But no, for the inner kids
Yeah.
thing, like freaking there is no shame. That's one thing I love about being a trainer is that like I literally incorporate preschool and kindergarten type activities into my classes with my adults,
I
with
love
all of these
that.
adults. And people laugh and have a great time. It's like, okay, sweet.
I love
Feed
that.
your inner child.
Yes, yes. Being a people leader too, like just taking a step back and like giving people space to, yeah, just be a child and enjoy the simple things because life is crazy and stressful and there's all these expectations when you're an adult.
Yeah.
Lame. But yeah, no,
Learn.
that's a really good call out of what we're going to do. Shamelessly stole that from a TikTok that you sent me. Um, or an Instagram reel. I don't know, one of the two.
Hmm.
But yeah, taking things so part of like we talked about decluttering a little bit, right? A great way to do that is to gather things that you know you no longer want or need in your house, but could still be utilized by someone else. Come together with your friends and you all shop through those things. You can take those things and utilize them as gifts for other people or things for your home, and then you can donate them at the end and everybody gets rid of something.
Hmm.
Great. I
I
love
love
it.
that.
Some other mini mom rituals. I've got simmer pots. There's literally you can do simmer pots for so many things. I think they're so beautiful. And you can there's a ton of different recipes, obviously. Everything that you put in them um can have different like meanings and things that it can bring for you. And scents. So if there are scents that help calm you, because again, this is a calming time, we're taking care of ourselves, make sure to do that. One of my favorite things during this time of year is cuddling up on the couch and watching a movie, whether that's with your family, with your friends, with yourself. All of it is so beautiful and so nurturing. You can also light candles and incense. A lot of people do fires around this time of year as well. But obviously everyone's situation can be different. And another thing I have here is taking a walk in nature. Obviously, that can look different for everyone depending upon where you're at and what weather you like. We are in Utah and we get snow here. I am not a huge fan of it. Like, I think snow is really pretty, and I do love like a good sweater and some warm clothes, but I don't know that I would go on like a nature hike in the snow. I'd have to have some really good boots because if my feet get wet, I'm done. I'm out. I'm so grumpy. But anyway, taking a walk in nature, being in nature in any capacity that you can, because first off, like nature is grounding and healing, listening to the animals, but also gathering things from nature and bringing them home with you. And depending upon what they are, you can put them in your simmer pot, you can decorate with them, you can make gifts with them. And also, especially with kids, kids naturally do this. They go outside
Hmm.
and collect things and bring them into your house all the time. So, what better way to spend time with your kids than to invite that, right? I can't even tell you,
Hmm.
I have painted rocks right next to me on my desk over here. Like, my kids regularly bring nature inside, which I love. I love it so much. So,
You
I've got
also
two more
have
things to
a
talk through.
majestic amount of glitter everywhere in your office, and it makes me so happy.
Literally, like, just like, you see that? Just wiped it off my desk.
I love it. It's okay. I
Uh,
found it in my hair
oh, I'm
when I left
sure.
the other day.
I'm sure.
It was down my shirt. It was awesome.
She was, yeah, in my office helping me clean and stood up with a black coat on, and I was like, dang, girl, glitter everywhere. So cute. I
It's
love
what
it.
I get for
Luckily,
touching
you love
art.
it.
I do. I do love it.
Okay, so next I want to talk through traditions that chose me without even realizing that they are witchy. And I love this so much because again, it just goes to show that like I said in the beginning, being part of the witchy community, being a witch, being pagan, it's not like a one size fits all. It's not this like you have to follow all of these things. There are literally so many things that fall into this, so many things that we have all been taught since we were young, so many things that we do in our day to day because it's just a natural, beautiful thing. So, some of these things I've already been doing, some of these things I'm going to be implementing more and being more purposeful with. So, the first one I've spoken a lot about, so I'm not going to expand too much on, is intentional gifts. Being super intentional with the things that you give people.
Hmm.
Family time. Again, during this time of year, I don't personally like to be outside a lot. I do have a goal to take my kids sledding this year because I have somehow managed to not ever take them sledding. I don't
Are you
we
serious?
literally have a sled and I've not yeah, I don't know. But I mean to be fair, the past 2 years our winters have been like nothing.
Crap.
So, yeah.
Crappy
Um
winters, as in like not
like
like
no snow.
no snow. No,
Just cold.
snow is beautiful. Just cold and icy.
Yeah. So even if it doesn't snow this year, James and I are like, we're gonna go up into the fucking mountains and find some snow and take these kids sledding.
We could take them tubing.
Yes, we should. Okay, let's all do it together.
Okay.
Okay. So family time, whether that's chosen family, blood family, whatever it may be, family time. And again, we've talked about in a couple of episodes, and I'm gonna kind of touch on this in my next thing as well. Just being intentional with like what is family time, who are the people that you're spending your time with, and is it quality time? So those are the traditions that I like in regards to family time is like people that I want to be around, people that I am regularly around and enjoy spending my time with, not just people that, oh, we're family, we see each other once a year because it's a holiday. Also, personal time, taking time for yourself. Because again, this season, but also like just in life as adults, things get so crazy. We have to be so intentional about taking time for ourselves. Because I am more of like an inside body when it's cold outside. I do love being out in nature and being outside in the more warm months, but in the colder months, I like being inside and I love just sitting on the couch, cuddle up in a blanket and reading or watching a movie or I don't know. I mean, journaling or something. I've been into that lately, but just like taking time for yourself and even like no matter what you're doing, lollygagging, taking your time, not having a to-do list, not rushing yourself, not being busy, just like truly being in the moment and just relaxing and I don't know, enjoying it. Again, blankets. The last thing I want to speak through is holiday boundaries and how you maintain those. Um, so again, I feel like I've talked about this in like the last 3 episodes and I kind of just touched on it again. Um, I am learning more so what it means to protect my peace. So again, with like the family parties or the holiday parties, the work parties, whatever it may be, is this a place, like, is this something that I truly want to spend my time doing? Are these people that I truly want to be around? And it's not to say that like these people are not quality people or they're, like it's not going to be good interactions. But again, like what is the purpose behind you getting together? Is there an expectation of just like, oh, we're family. Oh, we work together. We do this once a year. Let's go do this and say hi to people, show face, whatever, Or is it you're intentionally being with these people, you see these people regularly, like you want to be with them. So that's something that I'm challenging myself on this year, trying to just make sure because again with the not being busy, I feel like it's so easy with the different holidays, especially like for myself, I am divorced. So my kids split holidays and celebrations between myself and their father. My parents are divorced, so I've got two households to go to. Plus, I have my in laws. Plus, we generally do stuff as a friend group as well, right? So it's so easy to get caught up in going to all the parties, all the people's houses, all the things. And it just becomes so crazy that it's not enjoyable time. It's not quality time. So really making sure that you're being purposeful and what, peaceful looks like for you in that space. Also, talking with your partners and or your kids and understanding what boundaries you all have of in this time, here's what I'm going to do to take care of me. Here's what we can all do together. Here's how I can support you in taking care of you, especially like as partners with kids like you have to be there together and you have to support each other and allow each other to take time individually and you be with the kids and then you switch and they're with the kids and you take your time like you have to have those communication or those conversations and then again kind of with the first one that I talked about with me learning to protect my peace talking with myself writing, like understanding what my boundaries are, understanding things that I want and that I'm going to be intentional about, um, giving myself time to rest because first off, it's needed. Second off, it's this season and time is for, right? But also giving myself grace because I don't know. There's a lot going on in these times. I personally, like I've shared a million times, have a million to-do lists that I put on myself. And a lot of us were raised as people pleasers and we're recovering from that. Those are my big things. Yeah,
I love them all.
thank you.
Fantastic. 10 out of 10.
Thanks. Took a lot of time, sorry.
No, you're golden. That was beautiful.
Just kidding. I'm not sorry. It was great.
It was great. It was fantastic. I don't know why you're apologizing.
Thanks. I'm not.
So
Take it back.
just good. Good. Um, just a heads up, my voice is going to be shaky for the foreseeable future because I have my vibration plate underneath, like on my feet are on it
Okay.
because my legs were falling asleep because I kept crisscrossing and I'm trying not to crisscross, but I can't get comfortable right now.
Oh, I do
So,
that all the time.
so I'm on my vibration, like my legs are on my vibration plate. Listeners, I apologize if it sounds weird, but here we are. This is who we are.
It's not
It's
terrible.
fine. Okay, good.
Real, raw. It's beautiful.
Real, raw, chaotic. Here we are. I loved all that you were saying. Honestly, I think that was beautiful.
Thank you.
So that takes us to my section of Yule, and that is Yule as like renewal, the shadow, light, and personal rebirth segment. Feel good? We excited?
Yes. So excited.
Good. Okay. So Yule, the longest night, the quiet turning of the wheel, right? And the moment every witch that I know, including myself, we can feel it in our bones, right? Magic. So, you know how like Samhain feels like that threshold into the shadow, into endings, into the deep interval cave? Yule is the exact moment when, after all that stillness, you sense that shift. It's the Witch's New Year part two. So it's like that second heartbeat, which is something, it's the inhale after the exhale. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So, in this sense, the sun is reborn, and on some level, so are we. Every year, I feel like this tiny spark inside me on the solstice, like something ancient that remembers, like, we've been here before. We've done this so many times, and we keep rising. And that something I look forward to in the dead of winter. It really, truly is. So, when it comes to shadow work at the solstice, this is what I see as like the descent before the rise. Okay. So this year, my shadow work has been heavy to say the least. Divorce brings its own underworld journey, right? It's a death of a timeline, a life, an identity that you thought that you'd live forever, but you peel back the layers you didn't even know that you were still carrying. And during the solstice season, I've been having to ask myself, like, what have I been like gripping onto still that's finally ready to die? What parts of myself did I twist or shrink to be loved? Like, and who am I when I stop performing survival? Does that make sense? Performing
Mm-hmm.
survival. I feel like when I wrote that, I was like just brain dumping. So I'm
No,
sorry
that
if it
makes
didn't
sense
really make
though.
it. Okay, good. So the cool thing about Yule is that it doesn't ask us to fix ourselves. This is not a time of like new year, new me. Like we're not fixing ourselves. All it is asking us to do is witness ourselves. It asks you to look at the shadow with honesty and tenderness, not fear. Because the truth is that the longest night is not a punishment, it's a portal. It's a place where the old falls away and the new waits for you to claim it,
I love
which
that.
sparks the rebirth, which for me is the Capricorn magic and practical manifestation. So now we're going to talk about that for a second, the Capricorn magic for a second, because my people know. Happy right here.
Yeah.
So we Capricorns do not manifest from fantasy. That's not something we do. We manifest from foundations, brick by brick, choice by choice. We are rooted, we are real, we are sacred. That is how Capricorns manifest. Yule,
100%.
Yule is the perfect time for this kind of magic because the earth is doing the same thing. Above the surface, everything looks barren, but underneath, the roots are reorganizing, strengthening, and preparing. Okay. So that's what we need to see. Like, that's how we need to see our souls in this time. So every solstice, I ask myself three things. Okay. What am I building? What am I dedicating myself to? And who do I want to be when the next Yule comes around? Not the aesthetics, not the Pinterest
Uh-huh.
board, the feeling, the stability, the peace, the self-trust. Manifestation isn't about like demanding a new life. It's about aligning with the version of you who already knows that she or he or they deserve like a better version. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So that takes us to the ancestral magic of Yule. And this is where like hope is reborn. Okay. So when we talk about Yule's like roots, we're talking about ancient witchcraft. Okay. About bonfires burning through the longest night, about evergreens brought indoors as proof that life persists even in winter, about candles lit as that promise that the light will return and so will you, that type of thing. That Yule log wasn't just a decoration. So it was a spell of resilience, slow, steady, unwavering flame. Families gathered in the deepest dark and told stories of survival and hope. Our modern traditions, like the lights, the feast, the warmth, they all echo that original magic, the reminder that the world may sleep, but it doesn't die. And neither do we. So when it comes to like your rituals and self-witchery, like bringing the magic home with us, I do have a couple of things that if you want to work with this energy, there's some accessible, gentle spells and rituals for you. So we have like the candle spell for returning light. Just light a candle on Yule night and whisper, "As the sun returns, I return to myself." You let the flame be a mirror of your rebirth. You just let it be. And you believe magic. And there are some shadow and renewal. So what truth surfaced this year that I can no longer ignore? What version of me is ready to be laid to rest? What part of me is rising, slow but certain? What do I want my life to feel like by next winter solstice? I did a 5 card solstice tarot spread that I've done for the past like 3 or 4 years. The first card you pull is the longest night. That is your shadow theme. The second one is the spark, which is what light is awakening within me. The third card is the rebirth, so who you're becoming. The fourth is the path, like how to support that becoming within yourself. And then the fifth one is the blessing, which is the gift of the new cycle will bring you. If you have an altar, some really awesome Yule altar elements would be like evergreen sprigs or dried orange or cinnamon, a sun candle, a bowl of water for emotional clarity is awesome. A piece of pine cone or stone representing strength and renewal. Keep in mind though, like these things, they're not props. Like they're not just there for decoration. They're reminders. They are anchors of who we're choosing to be. Like I am very aware that being spiritual, being or whatever people call this is a very big fad right now. But for those that actually utilize it, this is so much more than aesthetics. This is a way of life. And that is something I think that a lot of people forget. And they see things like this and it's like, oh, that's cute. It's like that money bowl, it's
Uh-huh.
not just cute. That money bowl has a purpose. Everything in this home, in this space has purpose, especially our altars. And make sure that your altars are sacred. Like, granted, like, if you have, like, kids in your home or whatever, like, I get it, like, little hands, whatevs. Maybe put it up a little higher. Maybe walk your kids through what is so important about what's on your altar.
Yes, I love that.
Like, if you want to share that with your kids or with your partner. Like, I am very lucky that my partner knows not to touch my altar when I set it up. Granted, I've told him multiple times, like, once I have it set up, it's not to touch. Like, we don't touch those things. And now every time, like, I have something that might be an altar, he's like,
I
which
love
is kind of
that.
funny. Yeah, he's a sweetie. I'll keep him for for a hot minute until he doesn't want to be kept anymore. So I feel like my big thing with my section is that the light returns and so do you. So if you're listening and you feel heavy, if this year cracked you open, if you're standing in the dark and with shaking hands, I need and want you to hear me so like don't just hear me with your ears, hear me with your soul. The dark does not swallow you. It transforms you. The light always returns and so do you. Like a caterpillar in a cocoon. You have to go into the darkness to transform into something new. Okay? Yule is the promise that your spark did not die. It just needed like the quiet in order to grow, and it just needed space to breathe. So take this moment, take this turning of the wheel, and let yourself rise again, slowly, gently, in your own sacred timing. Blessed Yule and blessed rebirth. I'm hoping that the returning light finds you, and may you all find yourself right along with it.
I saw your mouth move with that one, but couldn't hear it.
The pow
Pow,
pow
pow, pow!
pow! That was my version of a mic drop because I felt really good about that one.
I love that so much. That's so beautiful.
Oh,
I love
thank
it.
you.
You're so powerful.
I try. I try.
You are. You
But
definitely
yeah,
are.
that's what I got for you.
I love it. I feel like this was such a good conversation. So many amazing things.
So many.
Yes. Love it. Do you feel complete?
I feel complete. Do you feel complete?
I do.
Beautiful. I guess that means that we'll stop lollygagging.
I was wondering. Good job.
I
Good
am
job.
so glad I looked down just now because I looked down and I saw it. I was like, oh,
Ooh.
it's time. So instead of lollygagging and taking up any more of your beautiful day that whenever you decide to listen to this, I think we're gonna call it this beautiful solstice week. So thank you so much for joining us in the chaos.
I hope you had as much fun as we did. Be sure to comment your favorite parts, things that you do with your Yule traditions, things that you learned or are taking from this and adding to your Yule traditions. Um, subscribe, like, share with your family and friends, obviously those who share our vibe.
And don't forget to follow us on social media to get more gorgeous pandemonium throughout the week.
Until next
Eventually
time,
we'll get better at social media, you guys. We'll get better eventually.
social media is it's a
Rough.
challenge, and it's okay for us to not be on it 24/7 because it's
Mhm.
consuming.
Mhm. It is.
Eventually, we'll have a manager to do it for us.
Maybe not a manager, maybe an intern.
Yes, I was just thinking like social media manager. They're not necessarily managing
Uh,
us, but just managing the social media. Yeah.
that's fair. That's beautiful.
Yup.
That's fair. Okay.
If you're interested, let us know. I don't know.
Let
Just
us
kidding.
know. We're not gonna pay you for a minute, but
Yeah,
like
no,
until we
no,
can get
it'd
paid
be
off of this, but
complete
let us know.
internship, apprenticeship, whatever it is.
Yeah,
But
all the
yes,
goods.
until next time.
We'll see you.
Next Tuesday.
Okay,
Ayo.
bye.
Bye.